Okay, students, this is how to get one variable statistics with your TI-89 titanium. They are a slightly different process to the 83 and 84s. We're going to just use the example on page 22 of the notes, example 3.5. So in order to get the mean and the variance of a data set using your calculator, you're going to first want to, of course, turn your calculator on. That key is always in the bottom corner. Now, with the 89s, you pop up this wonderful menu. Sometimes it takes you directly to your home screen. If it did, it would look like that. And there you do a lot of different calculating and stuff. But for statistics, we're going to want to go back into that app menu with the APPS button in purple. If you're ever not there, that's what you press to get there. We want to go down and over to our stats list menu and press enter. It's right next to that AB symbol thing, and you want to press enter, and it'll prompt you, do you want to go into the main menu? And of course, yeah, you do. Okay, now it should give you some lists here. Your list will probably look different from mine. I've renamed mine for the kind of work that I do. Your list will probably be something simple like list 1 and things like that. So highlight a list of your choice. I'm going to highlight the dependent X, and I'm going to clear it and press enter to clear out any old data. Some of you, there might not have been any data in there to begin with. Make sure your cursor's on the first line, and you want to start entering data. So you want to hit 12, enter, 32, enter, and 23, enter. We're just entering the data as you see it on example 3.5 of the notes. Let's see, 20, enter, 17, enter, 18, enter. Okay, so now that you've got the data set entered, what you want to do, apologize about this glare, now you want to calculate some statistics. So for the TI-89 titaniums, you want to hit the F4 key, which is for calc, and it brings up this menu. It says 1 var stats, 2 var stats, regression, and so forth. Well, we want 1 var stats, so we'll hit enter. It gives us menus. I love the 89 titanium because it's very menu based, and it says, hey, what list do you want to use? And it should have a list inside there. Make sure that that list it's saying is the list that you entered. If not, use your alphabet keys or your second keys to select the list. I have to use alphabet keys because mine are named DEP-X and things like that. So use your alphabet keys to type that in. Freak, meaning frequency. All of the data points were just frequency 1. If I had any repeats, I entered them manually. Okay, this is not stacked data. This is just raw data, so frequency is 1, and frequency will always be 1 in this class. It asks you category list, things like that. Don't worry about that. Just hit enter for OK. And it brings up a nice menu here. Let me try to zoom in so that you can better see the stat menu. Oh, I've got quite a smudge there, don't I? Sorry about that. Okay, so we've got X bar equals 19.33. That is our mean, our average. We want to write that down because that's one of the things we find important. The sum of the x's, you used that in a manual calculation formula for the mean as well as for the variance. Sum of the x squareds, you use that for a manual calculation in the variance formula. We're trying to bypass the manual calculation and go straight to getting the information from the calculator directly. So we just want to write down x bar for the mean, and we want to write down this interesting number here, this SX. SX in the TI calculators means standard deviation. So you're going to write down 5.78792. That's how many decimals my calculator is displaying, so I'm going to write them all down. And then I'm going to have to square that number to find the variance. But before I go to that, let's just quickly talk about all the rest of the stuff this calculator gives you. It gives you sigma x. Please don't use that. Ignore that. Make a note to not look at that. Do not look at sigma x. It means nothing to you at this class. And below that, though, it gives you n. N is 9. N is the sample size, how many data points you entered. It gives you the minimum Min x means the minimum data point was 12. Q1x means quartile 1. We use that in box and whiskers. Med x, or the median, or quartile 2, was 18. Quartile 3 was 22, and the max was 32. So when you do a box and whisker plot, you got all the information right there. Our calculator, because they are a little bit fancier than those 83 and 84s, gives you some other really cool information that you can use for formulas, which you probably won't be doing. So again, just write down your x bar and write down your sx. Okay, this one had a 2 on it in ours. I already did this example for the 83, 84s, so that's why they don't have a 2. Their calculator just wasn't displaying as many decimals. I always suggest a float of at least 4. Okay, so once you get that written down, go back to your home screen. Okay, so press this home button here, and then it takes you back to the home screen, and enter that standard deviation that you jotted down. Let me bring it over here so I can read it. It was 5.789 Okay, and then you want to square it. Now with our calculators, we don't have a quick squared key like the 83, 84s, but we do have a caret key, so I'm going to press the caret key, the 2 key, and as you can see, that's made a exponent of 2. I'm going to hit enter, and 33.5 is the standard deviation, the variance given, 33.5 s squared. This was for the 83 plus, this is for the 89 titanium. Okay. And that's really all you do, and everything you need in this class will usually be in that stat menu. Feel free to play around with it and explore. At the bottom of page 22, you do have a web link for calculating grouped data or stacked data. Okay, I don't go over it in class because we don't do a lot with it, but you know, it's one of those things that I ask that you briefly read over on your own. Okay, thanks.